Hello YouTube, in this video I will build my own spare wheel mount, but first let's start with some numbers and figures. The factory tailgate weighs 23 kilograms. Mine is missing some parts at the bottom and should also include details like window, lock, wiper and motor, registration plate holder and inside carpet paneling. So let's assume it weighs 30 kilograms. There is also the factory spare wheel mount, which is around 5 kilograms, and the wheel itself, which is the heaviest component. In total it is 78 kilograms, and this weight hangs on two factory hinges. These hinges are not cheap. One costs 175 euros, and you can see this part number is common to many G-wagons. For my mount, I didn't want to use one big heavy hinge welded to the bumper. Instead, I wanted multiple smaller support points to minimize wheel wiggle. I also wanted a reliable lock to hold everything in place. I made a SketchUp drawing, and the biggest challenge was to integrate the lock through the center wheel hole. This drawing is incomplete, but it was enough for me to understand that my intention was possible to build. Times fly as crazy. It is week and a half to Nordkapp, and I'm starting with this spare wheel mount. Alright, all the parts are prepped, filed, wire brushed, they are ready to be cleaned with acetone, painted, and then I can assemble all of them into one mechanism at the tailgate of my G-Wagon. Okay, so I start with the bumper. I made it out of 3 independent parts, and now I am taking advantage of it, so I can work with one smaller piece. This is a little bit tricky, but the bottom hinge is bolted, top one as well. This little part bolts to the bumper, and it's a bottom support for arm and a gas spring mount as well. Alright, so now the arm can swing, but it needs adjustment, so I will take my time. Alright, so I took my time. It swings out and in. Everything works fine, and now the gas spring. To się tu kręci. Nie może być za pięknie. Oh, this is so cool. Okay, now wheel and lock is only missing. Wheel is very heavy, but there is a trick. Lock bolts to the plate like this, and the plate bolts to the wheel. The factory Mercedes mount is very expensive and comes with a gas spring, which I believe is essential for holding the mount steady in the open position. I bought a custom gas spring with 250 newtons of force. Note the detail where I positioned the gas bumper mount closer to the arm. This way, when the wheel mount is almost closed, the gas spring pushes everything towards the tailgate, preventing it from opening on its own when I release the lock. I also drilled 10 mm holes to fill with wax and then protect them with rubber plugs. I accidentally bought 60 of these plugs once. Finally, I also added greasing points to the hinges, which was an easy job. I just drilled and tapped an M8 by 1 mm thread, making it easy to grease them.
Oh yes.